Hey everybody, Nick Espinoza, your chief security fanatic here. Don't forget to subscribe. Today, let's talk about the new Cyber Trust Mark. I want to dive into some of the basics here and explain pretty much what it's doing for everybody that is non-technical. And with that, let's get to it, because the White House this past Tuesday, a few days ago, unveiled a new label for things like smart thermostats, baby monitors, app-controlled lights, and other interconnected devices that will allow you, the consumer, to see basically how these items rate on cyber safety criteria. So the Cyber Trust Mark, which it's got like a shield logo, a microchip detailing kind of thing on it. The Cyber Trust Mark is meant to give you, the consumer, a quick and easy way to evaluate the security of any given smart product. So think about the labels that, the US Department or FDA puts on food, or Energy Star ratings on appliances, so that it's going to be more ecologically cool, that kind of stuff. So companies seeking the label for their products must meet established cybersecurity criteria from the U.S. National Institute of Standards and Technology, or NIST, what we all here in the United States in cybersecurity use basically for cybersecurity controls, risk management, a whole bunch of other stuff. There's other compliances, but that is one of the gold standards. And so essentially, they have to get the established criteria via compliance testing by an accredited lab. So you're developing that IoT device. You can't slap a label on it without sending that device to basically an accredited lab that will test to the specifications of NIST. I think this is a fantastic idea, for the record. And this is also, for the record, a long time coming and rather relevant in our daily lives. Now, think about it this way. We have an increasing number of devices that are being connected to the internet in our lives and our ecosystems every single day. Our cars do it, but think about the devices: garage doors, fitness trackers, security cameras, voice-activated assistants, ovens, trash cans. I recently just did a thing on the worst of CES. There's a washing machine you can make phone calls from. And so essentially what we are talking about here is adding convenience, but also introducing potential risk. So, U.S. Deputy National Security Advisor for Cybersecurity, Ann Neuberger, had a good chunk to say on this, and I quote, "Each one of these devices presents a digital door that motivated cyber attackers are eager to enter. Consumers will start asking for the label and saying, look, I don't want to connect another device in my home, my camera, a baby monitor that risks my privacy," end quote. And yeah, once these things are essentially established, you look for this. If I'm going to go shop for steak at the supermarket, I'm looking for USDA Prime. And if it doesn't have a USD label, what is it doing in a supermarket, right? I mean, these are things that we become accustomed to in the same way we look for Energy Star compliant dishwashers and everything else, because we know we're going to be spending less on electricity to use them. And so to clarify those statements, the Cyber Trust Mark, for the record, is voluntary, which means there's going to be a good chunk of IoT out there, especially probably coming out of China, that you can go buy on Amazon or somewhere, that's not going to go through this certification process to assure that it's got good security practices and good privacy practices. But this program has bipartisan support, meaning Republicans and Democrats in the federal government voted for this. So we are basically hoping that this lasts through the Trump administration, which will be here very shortly, and obviously beyond that administration in 2028 and as well. So in that vein, the current White House is also planning an executive order in the final days of the Biden administration that basically says that the U.S. government will restrict itself to only buying products that have the Cyber Trust Mark logo and identity that have been through that testing starting in 2027. And so obviously, as we have a new president coming in, President Biden is on his way out, as is the transition of power. We're hoping that lasts. So that is essentially the core of what the Cyber Trust Mark is. And as this gets spun up, and you should start looking for these kinds of devices because they've passed some kind of certification, some kind of testing that shows they're going to be more secure or more private than all of the other devices out there that are available to American consumers. So make sure you're going through that. And when we are doing due diligence for supply chains and cybersecurity, we're always looking to see who in the supply chain has certifications for security, for risk, for privacy, for cybersecurity controls, whatever that is, depending on the need. And so by virtue of it, our devices should be no different, and they soon won't be. And please like, share, follow me here on Facebook and Twitter at NickAESP. And please feel free to subscribe to me at YouTube as well. And as always, stay safe, stay online, and please attempt to stay private and informed. Take care.